Ditzy rich white girl humiliates Keanu Reeves in luxury hotel, unaware he owns it. Where are you watching this video from? Please comment and let us know. Also, don't forget to like the video and help us reach 1,000 subscribers. The chandelier in the Grand Opal Hotel's lobby sparkled like a cascade of diamonds, reflecting the sunlight streaming in from the floor-to-ceiling windows. The place screamed opulence, from the hand-woven Persian rugs to the marble fountains bubbling with precision. And smack dab in the middle of it all was Keanu Reeves, casually dressed in a worn leather jacket, jeans, and scuff boots, waiting in line like any ordinary guest. The trouble began when she entered. Blonde, impeccably dressed, and dripping with designer accessories, she swept into the lobby with the kind of confidence that could stop traffic. Tiffany, Montgomery, a socialite with an Instagram following to rival small nations, was here to do what she did best, be noticed. With a flick of her perfectly manicured nails, she shoved her oversized sunglasses onto her head and scanned the room with disdain. Her eyes landed on Keanu, and her nose wrinkled. "Excuse me," she said loudly, cutting the line to stand in front of him. You're in my way." Keanu blinked, taken aback but not offended. "Oh, sorry," he said, stepping aside. "Didn't realize you were in a hurry?" She let out a huff that could have extinguished a candle. "Hurry? No, I just don't have time to wait with." She gestured vaguely at him, as if his mere presence was beneath her. "People like you." Keanu didn't reply, but the receptionist did. "Miss Montgomery, welcome back. Your usual suite is ready." Finally, Tiffany drawled, marching toward the desk. She turned to Keanu as she passed, looking him up and down. "You should consider staying somewhere that fits your style. There's a Motel 6 down the street." Keanu's lips twitched, but he remained silent. The receptionist, however, looked mortified. She glanced nervously at Keanu, clearly recognizing him. Tiffany didn't notice. She was already halfway to the elevators, barking into her phone about a tragically slow concierge. And this guy who looked like he crawled out of a motorcycle bar. The lobby fell quiet after she disappeared. "A bellhop," whispered to the receptionist. "Does she not know who that is?" Keanu chuckled and waved it off. "It's fine, really." He stepped up to the desk. "So, about that meeting room I reserved." Later that evening, Tiffany was hosting a networking mixer in the hotel's rooftop lounge. It was the kind of event where champagne flowed freely and everyone wore outfits that cost more than a semester of college tuition. Tiffany, in her element, was regaling a group with her latest escapades. "And then I told him, darling, if you can afford it, just don't bother." Can you believe he tried to haggle with me? She laughed, tossing her hair back. Her audience tittered obligingly, though a few glanced away uncomfortably. Just then, a soft chime rang out, signaling the start of a scheduled announcement. The hotel's manager, a composed woman in a sharp suit, stepped forward. "Ladies and gentlemen, thank you for joining us tonight. Before we continue, I'd like to take a moment to acknowledge someone very special." Tiffany straightened, ready to receive the inevitable praise. This hotel has thrived under the leadership of someone who embodies humility, generosity, and vision. It is my honor to introduce the owner of the Grand Opal Hotel, Mr. Keanu Reeves. The room froze. Tiffany's champagne flute slipped from her hand, shattering on the floor. All eyes turned to the man who had entered the lounge, still wearing the same leather jacket and jeans. Keanu's expression was calm, almost amused. He stepped up to the microphone and cleared his throat. Thanks. I'm not really one for speeches, but I just want to say, this place isn't about me. It's about the people who make it what it is, the staff, the guests, and the community. So, thank you." Polite applause followed, but Tiffany was still rooted in place, her face turning every shade of red. As Keanu stepped away from the mic, he caught her eye and gave her a small, knowing smile. "Mr. Reeves," she stammered, rushing over. I had no idea." "It's okay," he said gently. "I'm just a guy in line, right?" Her mouth opened and closed like a goldfish. I'm so sorry. That was so rude of me earlier. I didn't mean." "You don't need to apologize to me," Keanu said. His gaze softened. "But maybe think about how you treat people. You never know who's standing in front of you." With that, he turned and walked away, leaving Tiffany to grapple with her embarrassment. The next morning, Tiffany checked out early, avoiding the lobby entirely. But as she climbed into her waiting car, She noticed a handwritten note tucked under the wiper. It read, "Kindness is free. Try giving it a shot sometime, Keanu." Tiffany couldn't shake the feeling of regret. As her car pulled away from the Grand Opal that night, she sat in her penthouse apartment, scrolling through social media. Videos of Keanu's speech were everywhere, and the comments were a mix of admiration and amusement. People were calling him the nicest man alive, and recounting their own encounters with him. A comment caught her eye. "Keanu taught me that being kind isn't about status or fame. It's about heart." For the first time in a long time, Tiffany felt something shift inside her. She had built her life on appearances, but for what? She thought about the note again. The next day, she made an unexpected visit to a local animal shelter. "Hi," she said awkwardly to the volunteer at the front desk. I'm looking to help. Can I volunteer?" And as she spent the afternoon walking dogs and cleaning kennels, she realized that maybe kindness really was free. It just needed practice.